a solution, an idea. So much better. What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. So the Yankees are coming off a big rebound win last night, 8-1 versus the Cleveland Guardians. And again, Judge went deep twice. He got 47 bombs. Juan Soto went deep. He's got 35 bombs. We could have a 60 and a 45 there, or 60 and a 50. We could have it. We could. So it's still we still have 30 plus games left in the season, but anything can happen right now. But I love that duo. That's as magical duo as it could possibly be. Nestor Cortes again went 7 innings of shutout ball, second time in a row. Kudos to Nestor Cortes for really, really bringing it too. He saved the bullpen that's been gassed and just taxed. And as much as the Yankees have a lot of reinforcements coming, hopefully they'll bring somebody up at some point too. But it was good to have some of these guys get a break yesterday. So, but at the end of the day, this is why I don't give up on the team, right? This is why I look for solutions to problems instead of just dwelling on problems like everybody else does. Especially problems that may or may not exist. Talking points. Right? That's why I don't do it. It doesn't bring any value. Okay. So, but I must thank the people for the that come to our live streams, members of the 161. Somebody brought up an idea last night. Okay, then remind us of something that we might not have been thinking about. And I thank you so much for it. Why do I say that? Well, I'm going to put up an article here. Okay, and I'm going to attach it down below. This article says Aaron Boone in the early stages of ruining Austin Wells after Jose Trevino's Yankee return. Right, already creating a problem to a potential solution instead of the other way around. Far too many people do it, right? For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe they have nothing better going on with their lives. Remember Ben Rice, the lefty swinging first baseman, provided nothing but professional at bats almost directly from Double-A Somerset. He drilled 3 home runs in one game against the Red Sox in early July with the Yankee season on the verge of plummeting off a cliff. Whatever happened to that guy? Well, he still played. Just stopped hitting. Whatever happened to the Yankees plummeting off a cliff? That didn't happen either. Right? Talking points. Oh, a quick check shows he's still in the Yankees roster. But after hitting 294 with a 972 OPS through that explosion versus Boston, he's made just 6 starts in August. And is now down to 188, 287, 391 on the season, losing time to a resurgent TJ LeMahieu, and so on. So I'm going to attach this article down below so you can read it. But again, did any of us remember that when Austin Wells got drafted by the Yankees in 2020, he was their first pick. He was a catcher / first baseman. Okay? Positional versatility is one of the things the Yankees loved about him, as well as his bat and his durability, which is all welcome attributes, all things, qualities that the Yankees need on all their players, right? But there's also, people have been complaining about Jose Trevino. Why is Trevino in there? Why is Austin Wells sitting? And all this stuff, right? And Trevino, if he gets 1 or 2 starts a week, so be it. He's the backup catcher. He has a good rapport with a lot of these pitchers, and he's an elite defender. Doesn't have an arm like Austin Wells has, but he's an elite defender. And he's also paid his dues here with the Yankees since he's been here. So I understand. But the fact of the matter is, we also don't have the solution at first base. Unfortunately, Ben Rice, even though he still played, he's pretty much stopped hitting. Okay, maybe he's plateaued. Maybe he needs to take the next step in his development. Okay, maybe he's going through the growing pains like Anthony Volpe did, right? And a lot of the other prospects said maybe he did. Maybe he needs to go back down to AAA and work on some things. Actually, he was never in AAA. I think he went from AA all the way up, right? So if I remember correctly, or maybe he had a stint at AAA, but maybe he needs to be sent down to AAA to work on some stuff mechanically. And maybe Austin Wells can play first base while Jose Trevino is behind the plate. I still think Austin Wells should be the starting catcher, absolutely. I think all of us can agree with that. But with that said, if you want to have Trevino in there on occasion, why not move Austin Wells to first base so we can keep his intensity and his bat in the lineup and still have an elite glove behind the plate? Okay? Thank you again to the member of the 161 who brought that up last night. And these are the types of things that we talk about on a regular basis. When people think outside the box, think of solutions. That's why I asked to subscribe to this channel, okay? And bring these types of ideas, bring these types of solutions. Again, they're always welcome here, okay? We always talk about them on the live streams. But if you also want news, good old Yankees talk, You'll get all that stuff when you subscribe, and just hit the notification when you do that too. And I thank you so much for it. But this is a good scenario to think about, okay? I have no problem. The fact of the matter is, we don't know what Anthony Rizzo is going to bring back. He's in rehab right now. We already know that DJ's not bringing what we need him to bring. And Gleyber Torres has not been a solution either. And I could say the same thing about Alex Verdugo. Torres and Verdugo fell off a cliff. All right? We have John Birdie coming back. He could replace one of those infielders, maybe Gleyber Torres at second base, right? We have Oswald Peraza. We have Oswaldo Cabrera up here. They can play third base. Oswaldo Cabrera can play the infield and the outfield. So maybe he can, take place of Alex Verdugo on occasion until Jason Dominguez comes up, most likely in September, right? There are options here. We have these guys on the bench. Let's use them. And why not play Austin Wells at first base? If you want to get him in the lineup while Trevino's catching, not only does he give his legs a break, but we still keep his bat in the lineup. So a lot of people saying, well, he's only 25, he should be able to catch. Even 25-year-olds need a break on occasion, catching at the major league level. It's physically demanding on the body. Okay? And I find that people who generally don't play the game or don't catch are the ones that say these types of things. So, no surprise there, right? But instead of the constant Cashman and Boone are clueless and delusional and they should be fired and blah, 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 this is so much better. This is much a better idea. And again, I'm going to attach this article down below so you can read it. Just so you can see the difference between this idea, which is a hell of a lot better idea than what this article is proposing. And this is from a regular person, a fan. Fans do have good ideas. That's why I encourage them to bring their ideas instead of trashing people. Doesn't mean people can't vent. People can always vent. They always vent on the channel all the time. Okay? But trashing people has no value at all. Zero. This type of stuff elevates the conversation and opens our minds a little bit. And thank you again for proposing it last night. Really, thank you. I didn't remember. I wasn't even thinking about it, and that he also played first base. And maybe I should have, but again, I'm not perfect, right? This is why I say this channel's about you guys and gals. You can make this great, not only me. This is where me giving credit where it's due to one of the members of the 161 family. Great idea, man. A freaking fantastic idea. But let me know if you agree with it, folks, or even think it's a worthwhile proposition to entertain, right? While we wait for reinforcements to come back in their bullpen and in the rotation, and even in the field. Jazz, Birdie, they aren't here right now. We need them back. Even a guy like Cam Eden, that Eden, Jazz, and Birdie bring an element of speed and athleticism that we don't normally display on a regular basis. I love the hustle from Anthony Volpe that I'm seeing. Hustle out double last night. It's fantastic. Okay, and again, I never created this expectation, at least not me. I didn't expect him to be Bobby Witt in his second year. I expected him to be better in the second year, and he is better, but there's still things that he needs to work on, just like Jason Dominguez, just like Spencer Jones, just like the other top Yankees prospects. They're constantly developing, especially at the major league level. You have a small margin of error to do that, but you have to do it, right? That's what it's all about, getting better around the margins, improving where you can, and making yourself more valuable to the team and yourself. So, but this right here, I thought it was a great idea. I wanted to propose it to you. I want to know what your thoughts are. So load up the comments, read the article. It's going to be attached down below, okay? And you'll just see the difference. How often do we see articles about, well, here's an idea. Do you remember this? Hardly ever. Instead, we get articles like this all the time. And content creators just peddle it as their talking points almost all the time. Right? Yeah, this is me calling it out. It's one reason why I get a boatload of trolls. Don't care. I care about you guys and gals. Okay? Enhancing the experience here in this place. Okay? And this right here does that for me. And I hope it does that for you. Okay? And I'm hoping to go live later, so we can celebrate a Yankees win. Garrett Cole's on the mound today, baby. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? Hopefully he brings the heat. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he shoves. The Yankees have another series win. Okay? Before they play the Rockies. And after the Rockies, we got the Nationals. So it's, you know, it should be a lighter load for the Yankees. It should be a better ride, but you never know. These terrible teams play the Yankees hard. They've been playing the Yankees better recently, and it is what it is. But then that happens to the Dodgers and the Phillies and the Orioles. That's why not a single team has run away from their division. Not one. That's why the Yankees have amongst the best records in baseball. Whether people think they should be 10 games better, whatever the story is, whatever the excuse is, they're not. Neither the Dodgers, neither the Phillies, neither the Orioles. That's just the way that the game is this year. It's a much more competitive, much more balanced league. Got better teams, more competition. It's harder to separate yourselves. And that's okay. It's just going to make for better playoff baseball. And again, that's where the sprint begins. Right now, it's 162-game marathon, right? Sprint begins in the postseason where everybody's 0-0. And we're going down that last straightaway. You got to win 11 games in the postseason to win the World Series. 11 games. And we're hoping that the Yankees can get all those 11 games. So stay tuned, gang. I'll keep posting on everything else. Let's go, Yankees.